A lot of Shonen Jump games are fighting games, but I want to take a look at Shonen Jump games from more weird genres like dating sims, sport games, and... Oh yeah! Romance? Shonen Jump is a weekly collection of manga that consists of some of the most iconic series of all time, like One Piece, My Hero Academia, Naruto. Yeah, you get it. And considering a lot of these Shonen Jump shows are action-packed, it makes sense for there to be a ton of fighting games based on this franchise. But that's boring. Underwear drawer.
What?
Give me a Shonen Jump game from a different genre. Oh, One Piece baseball game. Cool. Wait, did you just talk? This is One Piece, going baseball, Kaizoku, Yakyuu on the Game Boy Advance based on the action-adventure series One Piece. And it's unfortunately a bare-bones baseball experience. Let me explain. This game honestly just feels like a normal baseball game plastered with the One Piece characters and stages, and doesn't do everything creative with combining One Piece charm into baseball besides a couple things, like some characters using their iconic weapons for baseball bats or pitches. I mean, come on, you're not special for using your fist like a baseball bat. One of the most important things when it comes to putting iconic licensed series into video games is making it creative. Making it something only that series can do to shake up the formula of specific genres in video games. But this game just doesn't do that, and it's just a shame. Besides that though, this game does have some good elements in it. This game is absolutely stunning and really detailed. The controls are really fun and light, and the mini games, while they're unoriginal, are super fun and enjoyable to play. However, there is one thing I need to rant about this game. The AI. The AI, aka the non-playable characters, are the most stupid and annoying things I have ever come across. I mean, look at this. The ball's there, not there. What, are you scared of round things or something? I mean, imagine being scared of round things. Holy frick, the circles jiggle! But that's not the worst part. No, the worst part is that when the AI actually gets the ball, instead of throwing it like a decent human being, they walk all the way from the outfield 2 millimeters away from the person they throw it to, then give it to them. What is wrong with you? Imagine playing catch like this. Anyway, frustrating AI aside, all these weird Shonen Jump games have potential. So it pains me to say that this Shonen Jump game is not the only Shonen Jump game to offer a lackluster, boring experience. Take anime designer Dragon Ball Z for example, which pretty much is your typical basic art game that allows you to plaster iconic Dragon Ball Z characters and stages and animate them. As well as Seiya typing, Ryusaiken, a typing game that pretty much has you typing generic sentences while images and cutscenes from the anime play. These games had so much potential to take the art and typing genre and change up the formula with something new and unique, but they just don't. That's okay, because my underwear drawer is going to find the best weird Shonen Jump game.
Hail Devil! Hail Devil! Hail Devil! Hail Devil! Oh, here you go, loser.
Satanic magic that will probably be important later on in the video aside, let's check out the next game, which is Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster Capture Breed and Battle on the PS1, which is a really good example of how to take an obscure concept briefly mentioned in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card-based anime and turn it into something really fun and amazing. This game is a pet simulation game that allows you to take care of adorable Yu-Gi-Oh! Pets. I mean, look at him playing ball. It reminds me how cute my own dog is. Oh, aren't you a good boy? Anyway, what do we do with these pets? Work them tirelessly and throw them into the battle to the death. Oh. Yeah. Ha, I fooled you. The pet simulation part is a side thing you do for fun, and while it doesn't do anything too different from your typical pet sim games, the main mode of this game, the battle mode, definitely does. Essentially, it's chess, but with a whole bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh! Charm thrown in the mix. We are talking evolutions to chess pieces, superpowers, unique board layouts, and even 2 different ways to win, with one way being destroying the egg which has all 5 lives, and another being to destroy all opposing fighters.
My weird obsession for bloodshed aside.
This game is the perfect example of turning one series we know from something into something completely different. And it's not just creative, but also so much fun as well. The amount of characters there are to choose from is awesome, and the battles, while they take only 15 minutes, go by really fast, especially since you're constantly trying to decide between focusing on defending your egg and attacking. The only thing I wish this game did was add a variety of more different types of classes to this game, as there are only 3 represented with rock, paper, scissors icons. That's right, spice of rock, paper, scissors. Add a motherfucking swamp to the mess. A what? Oh, it's everyone's favorite adorable mascot, Timmy the Taco. What's up?
Hail Devil! Hail Devil! Hail Devil!
Yeah, I know. It's Monday. Oh, okay, in the meantime, I'll be playing a really manly, muscular game. This is Princess Tennis, doubles no Ouji-sama, Girls Speak Racist, which takes all the main characters you know and love from the Princess Tennis, a sports anime, and throws them in as potential dating options for the main character in this game. Half of this game is pretty much what you expect from a typical Otome game. It's just a visual novel where you make choices, buy stuff, flirt with men, and have a main conflict you need to solve, which in this game is collecting badges to win tennis tournaments which you conveniently attracted male partners. Oh, there are bath scenes as well. Yeah! Bath scenes with hot men. Oh.
The apple here. Eric is gay.
I mean mainstream news because my parent gained this trope. Lovey-dovey guys step aside. The main gameplay of this game, the tennis matches, is where this game gets really creative and unique. Instead of telling the tennis match stories through visual novel tests, you actually get to participate in the tennis matches in an RPG-like format. There are a variety of different options you get to have to defend and attack the ball, from calling on your partner, doing a variety of different types of hits from intelligent hits to power hits, and even implementing superpower attacks you get from completing specific story events in the visual novel segments. Overall, this game is a hidden gem that unfortunately was forgotten because, well, it's just vastly different than the normal sporty Princess Tennis action we all know and love. And honestly, it's just a shame that it didn't get the attention it deserved. Oh, thanks. So, what's the next game, Underwear Drawer?
This awesome, amazing, super fun, weird game I found here.
Aw, you're awesome. Thanks. Underwear Drawer? That isn't a Shonen Jump game. This game has only Shonen and Shonen Sunday characters, which are other magazines similar to Shonen Jump, but have different iconic franchises we all know and love, like Case Close, Rama Hap, and...
I don't care. Play this game or I'll kill your family, I'll kill your lovable mascot Jimmy, and I'll kill your girlfriend. Oh, wait, you don't have one?
Oh, my underwear drawer's having a mental breakdown. My underwear drawer is having a mental breakdown! This is Shonen Sunday and Shonen Magazine White Comic, and while it's not necessarily a Shonen Jump specific game, it's still a weird Shonen game. Listen, my life is on the line here, just go with it! This is an RPG game similar to Pokemon, but instead of using adorable monsters, we use iconic Shonen Sunday and Shonen Magazine characters, and there are a whole bunch of series represented that you know and love. It's pretty much your typical RPG isekai game, in which you get transported into another world, gather party members, engage in random battles, defeat bosses, and use the power of Satan to create a void to make all the shit to kill. Yeah, you get it. The fact that popular Shonen icons are coming together in a non-fighting way is honestly really awesome. And honestly a nice change of pace from the constant fighting games these Shonen characters are just put into. It honestly makes me wish we could see more Shonen Jump franchises and non-fighting video games.
What? You aren't supposed to like it. You should be disgusted. You should be making fun of these games for being weird and not sticking to the formula.
Timmy, are you sure you fist him? What did you do?
Get in my...
Oh, whoa! I knew I should have followed the IKEA instructions! Huh? Where am I?
You are in my body.
Okay, and how do I thrust out of your body?
What makes you think I would do that?
I'll buy you a smoking hot lady drawer.
Really? What make? Oh, fine. I'll do it. Long as you play the worst, weirdest Shonen Jump game in existence.
Bring it on. It can't be that bad. This is the worst weird Shonen Jump game I could find according to various sources. This is One Piece Pirates Carnival for the GameCube. This is a party One Piece game, and in terms of bringing something new to the party genre, it actually does a decent job. The amount of representation from source material is surprisingly really huge, and it doesn't do your traditional roll the dice land on the space format where you're used to party games. So you might be asking then, what makes this game so hated upon? Oh, bored yet? Good, because this game is a total snooze fest as well! Yeah, instead of doing the traditional board structure like I mentioned earlier, they decided to instead let you select a space, go through a 5-minute long cutscene displaying the card, then throw yourself into a minigame. Well, that is if you can even get into a minigame in the first place, because this game is unpredictable, repetitive, and long. The only saving grace of this game are the minigames, which are honestly really fun and creative. There's just one game where you have to make it to the end by attacking enemies and bowing down to motherfucking polar bears. Otherwise, the bear summons a giant avalanche that comes down and destroys you.
Well, you did survive the worst weird Shonen Jump game out there. I still think these games are useless.
Well then, let me introduce you to my personal favorite weird Shonen Jump game. Bobobo-bo, Dassutsu Hajike Royale. It's what I like to call a satirical RPG action game. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's say for example, boom, a random encounter we're used to in an RPG game appears. But what if, instead of doing a turn-based or normal battle, what if it were motherfucking bumper bars from Mario Party instead? Yeah. This game takes various elements from genres we know and love and turns up the weirdness factor to 100%. And I love it. We got our main character Bo over there turning to a car as your dash button, cutscenes that parody typical damsel in distress situations we often see in these games. And don't get me started on the super attacks. This guy sings people to death. And it all ties down together to a really fun, goofy game that has a lot of care and love into it. And there's a little bit of everything from puzzles, comedies, and sassiness? My only gripe about this game is the motherfucking jump button. It's just so awkward and it's so hard to control it. I mean, this guy's T-posing while he jumps. Imagine an intense action scene where you T-pose your way out of it.
Stop it with the green screen!
No. Wait, I got it, Timmy. Open up Windows Movie Maker. Now replace the green screen with fire.
Fire at you!
Whoa! Alright, Timmy, we did it! Anyway, process wording aside, oftentimes when we see a game do a different genre than we're used to, we often don't like it. But I believe if it's done right, it can be a great way to get to know the characters and the franchises we love much better. Take the Mario series for example. The Mario series is mainly known for their platformers and stuff like that, but then along came Mario Kart, along came Mario Party, along came Paper Mario. These are all spin-offs that are vastly different from the platformer plumber we all know and love. And it works because Nintendo takes the things we love and know about Mario and pitched them in so well with other genres. That's something I wish Shonen Jump games would do as well when it comes to their video games. Instead of another fighting game, why not a Shonen Jump RPG? Why not a Naruto open world game? There is so much potential. What now, Timmy? Oh, frick!